Every single one out there is talking about a 16-year cycle in Bitcoin. This cycle is going to be lit. This cycle is going to predict everything. And that is, of course, not true. Nobody talks about the 16-year cycle, and that's exactly why you can have an edge by knowing about this cycle, basically. So guys, this is going to be the long-awaited video about the 16-year cycle that I have been talking about for the past weeks over on the channel. I got a lot of questions like, can you make a video about the 16-year cycle? And although I made a video about it and I've talked a lot about it in my previous videos, into these daily analysis videos, I'm still going to make a separate video, which is this one, which will just basically explain the 16-year adoption cycle. We are going to have a look at the Bitcoin price. We are going to have a look at the .com bubble, and I'm going to share with you actually another cycle which is confirming what we are seeing right here. So first of all, guys, let's center ourselves. Let's take a deep breath. And let's dive straight into it. Okay, what is the 16-year cycle? The 16-year cycle is basically a adoption cycle, just like when the internet came, right? We had it takes time for people to get to know the internet. When you are investing early on, you're an early bird, the same as when you invested really early with Bitcoin, right? It's difficult to invest early because it's such a new concept. You will be like, what? A digital money, a peer-to-peer digital money system. Like, it's the same with the internet. Like, if you look at people explaining the internet back in the 90s, they're just like an information network, similar as Bitcoin, an information network. And that's why it is. That's why the people who are invested early are getting rewarded the most, because they see the potential while nobody actually sees it yet. But the later we are in the adoption cycle, the more liquidity there is in a certain market, the lesser the gains are becoming, that we can see right here in the chart too. The gains here in the beginning are way higher than the gains later in this cycle. And what it actually tells us is that the 16-year cycle is like a cycle which is going up, but it's like stagnating and going up, similar as we are seeing right here. But nevertheless, it will tell us a little bit when the season of buying starts and when the season of selling starts. And in a complete 16-year cycle, we basically finished a adoption cycle. From the beginning, the early phase, till the mania phase, till the depression phase too. So let me show you how that looks in Bitcoin, guys. First of all, everyone knows about the Bitcoin 4-year cycle, right? This is not a secret. A lot of people talking about this. And I have to say, it has been damn accurate. It has been very, very accurate. And let me show you why. The green boxes right here are 3 years. The red boxes is 1 year. So that's how I structured this, so it's a little bit easier to see. The numbers, what you are seeing right here, is the amount of months, okay? So this green box is 33 months, including the red box is 46 months. Then we start with 0 again, because that is the low, that is the bear market low. That is 1 4-year cycle, basically. 3 years we go up, 33 months we go up, and we go 1 year we go down. And then we bottom. Then we have another 3 years going up. Maybe you can remember this bull market. And then we top out in month 34. And then we go 1 year down to 46. Similar as the previous one. So it's crazy how accurate this is, guys. Then we have another 3 years going up. We top at 34. I actually made a video, guys, 2 weeks. 2 weeks before this happened, 2 weeks before Bitcoin bottomed here, I made a video stating to you very clearly that Bitcoin will bottom in this orange box right here, most likely, and that will be the 4-year cycle bottom, the 4-year cycle low. That is the basically the moment that you gotta invest for your long-term portfolio. So I hope you guys listen to it. I will put the video in the information box, because we actually predicted this when Bitcoin was still trading here. I just put that orange box right here and I just said like, okay, in that box, we are going to see the 4-year cycle low most likely. And we did. We did got that 4-year cycle low. And we actually were accurate also in terms of the price, because at 16K I went all in on Bitcoin, and I've shared that over on YouTube, I've shared that over on Twitter. I put literally all the stables that I had, I put it in Bitcoin. And I did that also right here in 2018-19 when Bitcoin was trading around 3,000 US dollars. I think I got a feeling for it, but it's just based on time, right? This is like my biggest investments I do based on time. I go all in based on time. Why? Because it has worked out perfectly good in the past. And if in the worst case scenario we would break below 16K, I might just take a loss. Well, I might just take a loss, but the risk to reward ratio for me was really good. So, back to the structure. We got 3 years up, 1 year down, 3 years up, 1 year down, 3 years up, 1 year down. Those are 3 4-year cycles, which equals 12, right? Then we got 1 4-year cycle left, and that is the next one. But the thing with the last 4-year cycle, guys, is that the blocks are turned around. So we get a 1-year cycle up, followed by a 3-year cycle down. How do we know that? Why is that? Okay, let me tell you. The adoption rate of a certain technology, in this case Bitcoin, goes to a certain extreme, right? Most of the time this will come in a crazy blow of top phase. So Bitcoin can reach enormous amount of levels this year only based on this cycle. If we have a look at the S&P 500, we did exactly the same, guys. Let me show you. And this is what you can see right here. This is the internet bubble, also known as the .com bubble. And actually it walked a quite similar path based on time and structure than Bitcoin. Let me show you. We have a green block, red block, green block, red block, green block, red block. And all of those green and red blocks combined are 4 years, same as with Bitcoin. And we go almost like 3 years up, 1 year down, 3 years up, 1 year down. I do have to say that the red boxes in this internet.com bubble are smaller than the ones at Bitcoin, okay? So sometimes they're even shorter than 1 year. But nevertheless, roughly it's going to be like this. 3 years up, 1 year down, 3 years up, 1 year down, 3 years up, 1 year down. Then come the last part, 1 year up, 3 years down. So this is again a 16-year cycle of the .com, but you can see that the last blocks, they are flipped. So we got 1 year up, 3 years down. And this is also something, guys, that if you right now in this video watching me explaining about this, you might be one of the most luckiest bastards out there, because nobody talks about this. Nobody knows about it. Everybody will expect that, oh yeah, the halving is going to be very bullish in 2024. We are going to do something like this, where we are going to do like that, and then we see the halving around here, and then we are going to see a massive rally. Based on this cycle, it's not going to be like that. So I would highly encourage you guys to go below this video, definitely, and drop the thumbs up button, because we need as much people as possible to look at this video, because we don't want to get people wrecked. We don't want to get people losing their money and taking the wrong decisions. We want as much people as possible to look at this cycle. Most of the people will not even bother watching this video, and the ones that do watch this video, half of them will not believe what I say. There will only be a small percentage of people that can resonate with the thing that I'm explaining here. But it is very important that we are reaching that group of people, right? We have to be that wheel of karma. We have to make sure that this video is being pushed to the right audience, and that the people who are meant to see this, that they are going to see this. So guys, very important, drop a comment down below for good karma. Drop a thumbs up. This is just very much appreciated, because it might save someone's life in terms of their financial stability. Because even though this cycle is not right, you can still invalidate it. It doesn't mean you have to play all in based on this cycle. I did with the entry, but you don't have to do with the exit. I will explain you in a bit. So, the last 4-year cycles, 1 year up, 3 years down, which is a horrible time. We have seen 2022, 1 year down. Everybody's getting wrecked. My financial situation also dramatically changed. I had super much money in the bull market, and of course I took some profits, but I didn't took all profits. And then in the bear market, I also see myself in a different financial situation, which is okay, because it's a taste that we are going to get for the next bear market, which can last for 3 years, guys. Imagine 2022 times 3. Can you survive that? Can you afford to not take profits? I don't think so. So, we gotta prepare for this, guys. And if it's not, and if we're wrong, that's also fine. If we're wrong, we're wrong. We can see that once it plays out. That's the safe thing about right here. So, let's go back to Bitcoin. What do we expect? I expect right now this year can be very, very bullish, and we are going to see a top, most likely going beyond the all-time high right here, or maybe just touching that all-time high, or maybe like we have seen in the .com, like a crazy. This was a crazy rally, right? A crazy rally in a 1 year time period, but. What do I want to see? I'm just looking at the seasons, right? Right now, to me, the season of buying has started. I went all in the yellow box, and I told you guys, I made a video about it. If you want to know for sure that you don't miss out these videos, click the bell icon next to the subscribe button. But basically, I'm going to take profits when Bitcoin enters the red box again. And that will be the end of this year, like December 2023 or January 2024. But if Bitcoin is doing something like this, let's say like this, we have a very slow grind, I would say that invalidates the 16-year cycle. In that case, I would continue to hold, because maybe we just have a normal 4-year cycle, right? Which is a little bit extended, and this green box is not valid. But if we do something like this, hell yeah, I'm going to take profits right here. Hell yeah, because we surpassed that all-time high in terms of time. We entered the red box. 16-year cycle can be in play. So definitely I'm going to take profits. I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to look for topping patterns. I'm going to look for the signs over in WhaleAlerts and whaleportal. For example, like negative funding, price still goes down, which means we've entered a bear market. This is all knowledge you can get for free over on whaleportal.com, over in the learn section. If you don't know about this, then a world will open for you. Whaleportal.com, the most important website for short-term trading. But this website will tell us exactly when Bitcoin will top, so we can actually confirm the moment it is happening. That is the good part in this. Once it happens, we can know it. I will update you guys right here on the channel. So make sure, if you subscribe, hit the bell icon. Even though you don't watch everyday videos, at least you get notified whenever I make that video during that time frame, whether this gets invalidated or whether it is actually true, right? So this is basically the thing that I'm watching. Also, if you go to whaleportal.com, we have on the learn section, we have an article about the 60-year cycle, which is explaining that with images. I would tell you to share this cycle also with your friends, definitely. And like I said, not everybody is going to believe this. A lot of people will be like, yeah, cycle, I don't care. That's fine. They are not meant to resonate with this information anyway, right? It's only people who resonate with it. I made an article in 2020, guys, stating based on a cycle, that Bitcoin is going to top with the regular financial markets on September 2021. I can show you right here. This is the 7-year Shemitah cycle, and this has been so damn accurate, and we actually topped at September 2021. We did top that, and I called it 1 year before, just based on a cycle. The interesting thing with these cycles is that the sunspot cycles, which is another cycle, also resonates, and I did a lot of research into this. As you can see, I took a lot of data from NASA, I looked at the Bitcoin price, so we see, for example, Bitcoin tops and bottoms when high and low in the sunspot cycle. This also points to a top in 2021. actually right here, as you can see, 2020, like starting of 2024, end of 2023. This cycle corresponds with the 16-year cycle. So yeah, what can I say, guys? Only what JP Morgan always said, right? Anyone can be a millionaire, but to become a billionaire, you need an astrologer, because everything is written in disguise. That is a double sentence, because in disguise means hidden, but it is in the skies, right? The stars in the skies. I hope it makes sense. I guess for a lot of people it will not make sense. But I have been very successful just looking at these cycles. This is one of my strengths because I have a lot of esoteric knowledge. I'm reading a lot of books about hermetic principles and stuff like that. This is my background. That's also why I have a, you can call it a weak point. I have a weak point with these kind of things. I love to look at these things. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin macro perspective. I think it's very important. I think it's very important for you to smash up the like, to subscribe, and share this video with as much people as possible. I will share with you. I will make it my duty. I will make it my duty for this bull market to help people take profits at the right time. I will try to convince you at the right time to take those profits, because we all know what happened in 2021 when we all didn't take enough profits, including me. The thing is, if you don't take profits the next time and the 16-year cycle plays out, there is no other time to take profits. There won't be another chance. At least not for about 3 years. But can you really afford that? Can you really afford to go 3 years with your crypto portfolio going down the toilet? I guess you don't want it, right? So yeah, make sure to subscribe, guys. Make sure to share this video. I don't care about the daily analysis stuff. This video needs to be pushed to as much people as possible. This is super important information and nobody talks about this. So about the daily analysis, I don't care if you don't like it, if you don't comment, but this video, if you want to have good karma, make sure to do so. Drop a like, drop a comment, because this is just very important information. And if it doesn't resonate with you, then it doesn't. Okay? Guys, I love you all very much. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for still being here. I wish all of you an awesome day. Hope you appreciate this video, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.